My parents sold my lake house to pay for my sister's $150,000 wedding. They laughed and said, "When I was a child, the lake house in Annecy was my sanctuary." I remember the scent of pine trees after the rain, the rippling water that mirrored the sky, and the old wooden dock where I learned to swim. It wasn't just a property, it was a piece of my soul, built by my grandfather with his own hands. Every summer, I returned there to breathe again. Last winter, I received a call from my parents. They sounded cheerful, almost triumphant. They said they had finally found a way to make my sister's dream wedding happen. I didn't understand what they meant until I drove home that weekend and found an empty patch of land where my lake house used to stand. The house, my memories, my inheritance all gone. They sold it. My parents sold my lake house to pay for my sister's $150,000 wedding. They laughed and said it was for the good of the family, that everyone would remember that day forever. They said the house was just wood and stone, but her happiness was priceless. I smiled and nodded while my hands trembled. I could still see the reflection of the lake in my mind, the place where I scattered my grandfather's ashes. I wondered what he would think if he knew the home he built had been traded for flowers, champagne, and rented joy. The wedding was grand, held in a chateau outside Lyon. Everything glittered: crystal chandeliers, silk gowns, fountains of champagne. My sister looked radiant. My parents beamed with pride. I stood among the crowd, watching everyone celebrate, while something inside me quietly shattered. After the music faded and the lights dimmed, I walked outside. The moon hung over the vineyards like a silver coin. I thought of the lake, its stillness, its honesty. I realized I didn't belong here anymore, not among people who could laugh while erasing a piece of me. A week later, I packed my things and left France. I didn't tell anyone where I was going. I traveled north, then east, until I found myself in a small village near the Swiss border. I rented a cabin by another lake, smaller and quieter, but alive with the same kind of peace I had lost. Sometimes I hear from my sister. She sends photos of her new life trips, parties, celebrations. My parents still message me, though their words feel distant. I respond politely, but never ask about the old house. I learned something after all of it. Some homes are not made of walls or roofs. They live inside us, in the memories that no one can sell. My family may have taken the house, but they can't take the stillness of that lake, or the part of me that still stands on the dock, listening to the wind whisper through the trees of Annecy.